Hi guys, so today we're going to start with this Tailwind tutorial and we're going to start with the typography classes of Tailwind. As you can see, there are lots and lots of classes that you can read about on the documentation. Today I'm going to show you the most basic ones and the ones that I'm sure you will be using the most. So let's go to play.tailwindcss.com where you can play around with some Tailwind classes. So let's start learning some Tailwind typography classes. First, let's create an header 5 tag and we're gonna just add some random text. There it is. Let's just write it like this, random text. And now it's time with the magic. So we're gonna add a class and we're gonna start adding here some Tailwind classes. So probably the most important Tailwind class that you are going to need is starts with the word text. Text dash helps you to different things. For example, for the font size. So if you write SM, small, as you can see, now it's a little bit smaller. You can go, for example, with LG, large. You can see now it's a little bit bigger. Or you can go with extra large. If you think that is not large enough, you can add probably a 2 here, or you can change it to a 5, whatever. But that's probably the most common use of the class text. So remember, text dash, and you go with small, medium, you go with large. Let's just put it a 3XL font size right here. Also, uh, the class text helps you. Here we have some like suggestions, but let's ignore them. Also helps you to work with the alignment. For example, if you write text slash center, so it goes to the center. If you say text dash right, it goes to the right. So as simple as that. You just place it wherever you want it to be. All right, good. And also the word, let's just leave it in the center for now. Now, the word text also helps us to change the color. So, for example, you're going to go with red. Okay, but what's going on here? Why doesn't the color change to red? Because in Tailwind, and this is very important, guys, when we are going to apply colors, you need to include a number from 100, as you can see here, from 50, 100, 200, 300, 400. So it goes like by hundreds. Okay, you start in 50 and you go all the way to 950. So say let's just go with red 500, and there it is. Now our text is red. And this applies to different colors as well, not only for red, but say you want this to be blue. So as you can see, we have all the colors with blue. So don't forget to check the Tailwind documentation to read more about colors, but that's basically how it works. Let's say I want it to be a green dash 500. So there it is. Our green text 500 is right here. So as you can see, these are the most common classes for the word text in Tailwind CSS. Are there more? Yes, of course there are more. There are hundreds of them. But today, as I said, we're going to be just looking at the most basic ones. Uh, Something else before I forget. What happens if I'm not happy with any of those pre-established Tailwind classes? Say, I don't like small, I don't like medium, I don't like large. I wanted to have exactly, for example, 53 pixels. So you just write it in the middle of this square braces. I don't know what the name of those are. You just type them in there. For example, 53 pixels, and voila. So now your text is 53 pixels. All right. So in case you're not happy with any of the pre-established sizes that Tailwind gives you. So basically that's all, so you can do it. Let me just finish it with 3XL. All right. Good. Perfect. So Also, another important word that you need to know in Tailwind is the word font. Okay, font is going to help us, for example, to work with the font weight. Say you think this is too big, so you can go probably with font light. So you see the difference. Let me delete this. That's the normal font, and then you go font light. With font, we have a lot of them. As you can see, we have light, we have normal, we have medium. If you want to have it bold, you can go like that. If you want to have it bolder than that, you can go with extra bold. You see? So you can just play around. If you think that's too bold, you can go with semi bold. All right. But that's an important word that you also need to know in Tailwind CSS to control the font weight. We do it with a font class. So let me just leave it like font bold for now. I think you get the idea of this ones. As I said, in case you need something else, don't forget to read the documentation. So we have text. We have also font. Now let's, for example, talk about some decoration. For example, if you want this to be something nice and add some italic, just write italic. And you can see that it goes from this to be like the normal one to be an italic text. The same thing, for example, if you want this to be underlined, you just write underline. And there it is. It's underlined. We also have a property called overline in case you're ever going to need it. I don't know why someone would need that. I don't know why it is not working. Overline. Okay, forget about it. Probably that doesn't exist anymore because who's gonna use that? But we're gonna use, for example, I don't know. Probably this is more common. Line through. Say you want to put a line through a previous price versus a more updated price, so probably this is going to come in handy. So as you can see, Tailwind CSS is very easy because the name of the classes are basically what they do. So if you go underline, just write underline, and that's it. Okay, very good. Also, let's talk about some, for example, text transformation classes. What if, for example, you want this to be uppercase? So write uppercase. And voila, now my text, look at here. I mean, this text was written like this, but it's going to be transformed like that, uppercase. Say no, you don't want that. I just want the first letter of every word to be capitalized. So write capitalize, and there you go. Okay, it's just as simple as that. Or say now I want it to be all lowercase. How do you think that will be written in Tailwind CSS? Very good. Lowercase. And now it's a lowercase text. All right. So I'm going to leave it like uppercase. Very good. And that's it. So as you can see, we have seen text to change the font size, text to change the alignment, text to change the color, font to change the font weight of our font, of our text. We also have some properties like underline, line through. We also have some text transformation classes like uppercase, lowercase, capitalize, etc. Let me go in real quick here. I'm gonna have a paragraph tag. Let's write a lorem of I don't know, 100 maybe. Okay, there it is. And we're gonna add some classes here as well. So let's go with class. Probably you think that these lines are too close to each other and you want to have some space between them to add some line height. So in Tailwind, we would write something like like leading, and then we are going to add, for example, a number. Okay, look, 10. Ooh, that's too much. What about 6? That didn't make much of a difference. 7. Okay, you can play around with this. All right, as you can see, goes from 3 to 10. 3, that's crazy. 2, too close to each other. 4, etc., etc. So let's just leave it like 5. Probably like 6. No, 8. Okay, just to play around. Good. What if you think that, say, the letters of each word are too close to each other? We were talking about in this case with leading, we're going to control the line height. But what if you think, for example, that in random text right here, the letters are too close to each other? So we're going to go with a property called tracking, okay? And we have some of its properties. Tracking normal, which is what it's applied right now. And we can go, for example, wider. You see how the letters separate from each other a little bit? Or we can go widest. So look at that. Or you can go with tight. So, or you can go with tighter. So you see, I think so far we have seen the most basic classes for typography. As I said, is this everything? No, this is not everything. This is a basic tutorial. If you want to continue learning more, don't forget to check the official documentation for Tailwind. But I think this is going to be good enough for you to have an understanding of how Tailwind classes work, and of course, to play and complete the exercises here.